Good morning, everybody. North Star Knife Reviews wishing you a wonderful Saturday and a glorious weekend. Hope it's going to be a good one for you. Today, we're coming to you courtesy of Terry's Knives and Man Stuff, the gentleman who started the Saturday Stockman Stampede open tag. And I want to thank him for doing that. And, if you have not gone, watch Terry, subscribe to Terry, go do it. You're missing out if you haven't. Great channel, great content, and just a stand-up kind of guy. Alrighty, well today we're going to take a look at two Schrade old-timer 8OT Stockman. And let's talk a little bit about the history of the Stockman pattern. The Stockman has been around in one form or another. Estimates vary, but some people put it back, mid 1800s. There's debate of what came first, this or the Trapper, but most people, I think, the consensus is the Stockman was first. And those two are still probably the most popular traditional knife patterns. Now, I'm in Team Stockman, okay? It's not that I don't like Trappers, but I just find a Stockman to be more useful. And, I'll admit to bias, okay? My dad carried a Stockman. My dad carried an old-timer 8OT Stockman. In fact, he carried one pretty much exactly like this. And this is courtesy of Randy's WSG. Just again, another stand-up guy, fantastic person. And go watch his channel, subscribe if you haven't. But this was just a very thoughtful gift. And I don't have it here, but I should also give a shout out to John over Thrifty Kniffy. He gifted me a US-made old-timer 8OT, also a little more modern than this one and new in box. I just didn't want to clutter it up with too many knives here, but I did want to look just at some of the differences between these. But this knife really means a lot to me because one, Randy gave it to me and he's a great guy. Two, this looks like what my dad had in his pocket. Patina, shows some use. Knives in a way are kind of like people. As long as you don't misuse them, they can get things done and pretty much bounce back. You use them the wrong way or too hard, yeah, they can get broken. But for the most part, they'll take what you can dish out. They might get some battle scars and stuff, but that adds character just like it does to people. And you can see this one's been used, and it just makes me wonder the story on this. Who carried it? What did they do with it? But the Stockman is great because it's got so many options for blades. You've got the main clip point blade, of course, which is just a great general purpose blade. But then you also have, the sheep's foot, which is a good little utility style blade. And then, of course, the spade blade, which was designed for castrating. But still, I know people sometimes hate spade blades, but they are good if you need to cut something and you're worried about piercing, because you've got this rounded tip there. You can still cut through things, but not pierce underneath. And so that's kind of cool. So there's really a lot of utility in a very small package here. And just, take a look. This one, again, is pre-1973. And you can see here, Schrade, Walden, New York, USA. So it tells us this was 1973 or earlier. Trying to think, when did they come out with? I forget when the Schrade Walden, this kind of tank stamp came out, but it was, think early to mid 60s. But then you've got this one. This is from this year. You can see the new shield. Okay, I like the new shield, although the nostalgia in me really likes this old one. But I think the new shield's kind of attractive. And, you can see they've come out with different, this is a burl wood, and just really nice. The backside's not as pretty, but just a really nice cover on this, I think. And one thing I really like about the Schrade 8OTs is the squared off bolsters. On my Stockman, I like squared bolsters rather than round. Not to say that I dislike the round bolsters, but again, this is probably because of what I grew up with. The 8OT has the squared off bolsters, and so to me, that is just a Stockman. And quite honestly, when I think of a traditional knife, or actually a pocket knife in general, probably the first thing that comes to mind is this knife right here, this 80T, because it's such a classic, such a great knife. Made in China now, but still decent quality. So anyway, Terry, I want to thank you for this open tag. Again, go check out Terry's Knives and Man stuff. Go check out Thrifty Kniffy. Go check out Randy's WSG. All fantastic channels, all just wonderful gentlemen. And you all have yourself a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next time.